Alright, we are 4 hours into day 9. I just got home. I went paragliding today. It was amazing. Beautiful sights in the mountains, optimal weather conditions. I'm a bit sunburned, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I've been gaming a bit on my phone, but not that much. We've got a reveal on both Saudi Arabia and on Germany. Unfortunately, our dear friend Indochina has been conquered. He was not active enough to avoid the enemy units or to split up in different directions. He has however been able to take out several cities from Romania and his capital, but he could have done so much more. So I'm a bit disappointed, but it is what it is. Germany has very light defenses, man. The Africans, they could easily conquer them. Instead of that, we are getting countered, attacked by them. But with Japan, who is back after the 4th of July, is now attacking them, so that's cool. We've got Ontario, who is retreating, and with the reveal on Germany and Saudi Arabia, we know a bit better what is coming, but each time you are counterattacking, they're just running, man. Persia threatened to take a Hotkin after he had conquered Kargilik, and as soon as the artillery started moving, he ran, man. He had 18 medium tanks and he runs from a stack that has 10 artillery. They don't want to take any damage. As soon as units are coming, they are just retreating. They have a lot of railroad guns. They even have the audacity to send them at sea. Those are all railroad guns. 4 of them at sea. There's one over here as well, another here. Christ, man. I don't know if I can select all those units. 1 interceptor, 23 railroad guns. 23, man. 9 anti-air, 9 armored cars, another 5 anti-air level 2, 25 railroad guns and 12 infantry. Jesus, man. Then we also have a stack of Ethiopia, who is functioning as a meat shield, and we've got Tibet, who didn't retreat far enough, but it matters not. We can't do anything. Our players that play with the light tanks are not active enough. Our player that is air is not active that much neither. Indochina, who lost his planes on the European theater. I mean, he's trying, you know. He upgraded his planes. He has now 30 interceptors, a level 4. Those have 15 damage versus aircraft. That's really good, man. But now we just need to be confident he won't lose them in the first battle like Japan did. And what can we do against those, man? Even if you think to get close, they're just on a retreat, and you also have rocket artillery. They can kill anything at this point. They don't want to take any losses, so they're just stacking huge land armies, put them in front of their railroad guns, and our light tank players, yeah, we've tried it, but failed. And you can't attack what you can't see, you know? Also here I've counterattacked, but he's running. Cowards, man. I mean, it's a very effective strategy, but it's not cool. There's not much that we can do. And I could grab some provinces, but they're gonna be able to kill me anyway once I get into Europe. And whatever territory I take there, just take it back. If I advance, they ignore my units, just buying time to send in the rocket artillery. Let's see what Germany has over here, because Germany seems to have a large army.
12 seconds later.
So Germany has 1 interceptor, 3 subs, 2 infantry, 7 anti-air, 4 artillery, 5 armored cars level 2, 23 level 3 anti-tank, 3 armored cars level 1, 4 armored cars level 3, so that's 12 in total, 13 railroad guns, 1 light tank level 2, 2 medium tanks. He's got a lot of different units, man. Why? Weren't they supposed to play in like alliance versus alliance style? Then again, he has a lot of resources, I guess. 3 rocket artillery level 2, 20 level 1, 11 anti-air level 2, and another 2 light tanks. And then of course there's all the other units that we cannot see, from Italy, from Romania, Iraq, Ethiopia that send units, Libya as well. It's just the tip of the iceberg. We've lost the domination over here because we've got Sumatra, who didn't protect his battleships enough, and unfortunately Indochina is more occupied with protecting his own provinces. These planes have been sitting there for a long time. Those are Borneos. They need to be sent to the front. We have naval bombers, but they are protecting our core provinces. I've asked Indochina at the start to also make naval bombers to then protect over here the coast of India because I knew the Axis they would invade over here by sea as well. But yeah, we don't have naval bombers, so it is what it is. One bright news is that Sumatra and Borneo are working perfectly together. Ships are very damaged, you can see. One stack of Sumatra, 10 level 3 battleships, 5 cruisers, 5 destroyers, all level 3. Same over here. We've got Sumatra with 10 level 2 battleships and destroyers. And so British Columbia is getting shredded. That is beautiful. So at least in the Pacific we are gaining naval domination, but we haven't been able to kill all these players over here, unfortunately. New Zealand, California, Queensland, New South Wales. Know that Manchukuo and Japan are working together. We also have Ontario that is under threat, so at least that we are winning at that front. But as we are occupied with the Allies, we cannot allocate all our resources. Plan was to kick out the Allies players over here fast, so that the Navy could be used to harass the African coastline land units there, while we were holding the fort. But with Papua New Guinea and the Philippines that we've lost, that was no longer possible, as it was 2 versus 4. And the Comintern players, well, they put up more resistance than we ever anticipated. And with the railroad guns slowly rolling eastwards, we are now in a very difficult position, especially if they don't want to fight us, man. Can't even get in range. It is what it is, very frustrating. So I guess I can go back. It's not very safe for me to be on the plains, but the reveal helps a lot. Now at least we know where the railroad guns are. Let's take some armored cars from over here, take that province, or not. No, BM Fox, don't do it, because I'm gonna hop in the shower and I just risk losing these units, right? Don't want to waste my units near.
The next morning.
Alright, we are still in the same situation, but even worse now. We've got Indochina, who has retreated his planes far away. I mean, not even retreated, he's not using them at all. Why is he not attacking all those single armored cars? He has level 4 interceptors, man. But no, he's not using his planes because he wants to preserve his units. But why? The game is unranked. He says, I don't know where the single units are. I cannot see any and I'm gonna go to bed now. Yeah, but your units have been there on patrol, I think, all the time when I was sleeping. He just pulled them back from the front line. It took him ages to produce interceptors and to move them to the front, to upgrade them. And now that they are upgraded and they're operational, he's gonna send them back far behind the lines. If you want to keep them safe for the night, that I understand, but he hasn't used them at all. If you can take out all of these single runners over here, then they can't capture terrain fast anymore, which basically means that the railroad guns are gonna be slowed down and our position at this point is untenable. I've decided that we should actually migrate to Australia. Our friends have navy, so at least here we stand a chance. We can land in Western Australia. Player is inactive, so there's gonna be less defenses, and this way we're gonna be able to take out Queensland and New South Wales, and that way there's gonna be less players that can make a navy, and we can try to take an upper hand in the Pacific and take back Papua New Guinea while we are at it. So I'm gonna pull back my units. I've asked all my friends to do the same thing, but we've got in Shazia, we've got the railroad guns, so this direction is not safe. There's also railroad guns here that can move in fast. I can't get locked in behind enemy lines, man. That would be bad news. So if I go over here, it takes 5 hours. Man, those railroad guns, they're not gonna cover that distance in Okay, I'm gonna be able to run free, I hope. And the armored car that I've produced got shot up over here. So that's not cool. Happened just 30 minutes before I woke up, and I'm thinking what would be the easiest. If I want to go to Borneo, for example, that would be this way. So I'm gonna set my units to here. Yeah, at target. It's good. Alright, I hope that most of my allies are gonna be able to retreat their units.
A few minutes later.
Unfortunately, I see that our hero Manchukuo has walked into a trap. I mean, he has premium account. Why didn't he use offensive fire settings? That's too bad, man. Yeah, that stack is gonna be gone. One light tank artillery here. It's perfect to take empty provinces if you have offensive fire settings. Who's that over here? Korea. Nice stack as well. I hope everybody is gonna see my message soon so that we can move out. Battleship headed towards Japan. Needs to stop fooling around with his navy and protect his core provinces, man.
4 hours later.
Alright, I've received the resources from Xinyan and Maklik so that the enemy teams can't get anything. I risk getting caught up behind enemy lines, but we've got the armored core that pulled back, so that's perfect. I need to be able to man these provinces so they can't cut my units off. That's my biggest worry, getting stuck behind enemy lines. We've got Xinyan who will slow them down as long as possible. He doesn't have a lot of units left, but he will do what he can. Also over here, Manchukuo and Korea are disengaging, moving south. But yeah, at this point, the aim is to get as many units out unscattered so that we might live to fight another day. The Axis have now 2,740 points. We have 1,630. So I very much hope to be able to see Allies versus Axis war, preferably with nukes. And I guess we'll just conquer all the Pacific over here and try to stay out of the big clash. You never know, opportunities present themselves. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. I want to say a warm thank you to my members and elite members for supporting this channel.